Hi, Dave. Have you ever heard about the greatest of all horses? An 8-legged steed that could gallop through the air and over the sea, travel across the rainbow bridge Bifröst, and journey between the 9 worlds.
You mean Sleipnir, right? The 8-legged one? That creature's a legend, literally.
Exactly. Sleipnir's name in Old Norse means the sleeper, or the sliding one, referring to how he moves effortlessly between realms. But beyond speed, Sleipnir symbolizes connection, the ability to bridge worlds that might seem distant or divided. He reminds us that although we're all different, we can still understand, connect, and coexist, like all the colors gathered together in a single rainbow.
Milena, is that what inspired you to design the rainbow phone strap that was repeatedly recognized as an Etsy pick in our Mythic Facets store on Etsy?
Yes. I think that the Scandinavian legend of Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged horse who galloped across the Bifröst, the rainbow bridge that connects worlds, is what made this phone accessory so special. Each of the 24 natural gemstones I added to this design, from red garnet and carnelian to aquamarine, amethyst, and moonstone, represents a step along that mythic path of connection, harmony, and transformation. And for anyone who's wondering, an Etsy's Pick badge means the item was hand-selected by Etsy's style experts for its quality, reliability, and design.
What an inspiration, but still, 8 legs. It's like evolution took a creative leap. How did Sleipnir even come to exist?
That's one of the most fascinating origin stories in Norse mythology. It begins when the gods wanted a wall built around Asgard, their divine city, to protect it from giants. A mysterious builder appeared and offered to complete it in 3 seasons, but he asked for an enormous payment, the goddess Freya, plus the sun and the moon.
That must have puzzled the gods.
It certainly did. But Loki, ever the trickster, convinced them to accept the deal on one condition: the builder couldn't receive help from any man. The builder agreed, but asked to use his stallion, Svadilfari. The gods allowed it, thinking it wouldn't make much difference.
Let me guess, it made all the difference?
You're right. Svadilfari turned out to be incredibly strong, able to haul massive stones faster than any team of horses. The wall was rising quickly, and soon the gods realized the builder might actually finish on time and claim Freya, the sun, and the moon.
The gods do have a talent for turning simple plans into divine complications.
Exactly. So Loki, realizing the trouble they were in, transformed himself into a beautiful mare and lured Svadilfari away one night. The stallion chased the mare deep into the forest, leaving the builder unable to finish his work.
So Loki became a female horse? That's commitment to the role.
Oh, it gets even more interesting, or stranger. Months later, Loki returned to Asgard, and he wasn't alone. He had given birth to a foal, Sleipnir, a gray 8-legged horse. Loki presented him to Odin as a gift.
Wait, Loki gave birth to Odin's horse? That must be one of the most unusual family trees in mythology.
Definitely. But Sleipnir was extraordinary. He could gallop over land, through the air, across the sea, even into the underworld. Odin rode him through all realms, from Asgard to Hel, the world of the dead. There's even a story where Hermodr, one of the gods, rides Sleipnir down to Hel to plead for Baldur's return. Sleipnir leaps over the great gate of the underworld as if it were nothing.
That makes Sleipnir more than a mount. He's a bridge between worlds, a kind of divine transport system.
Beautifully put. Some scholars believe Sleipnir symbolizes shamanic travel, Odin's spiritual journeys in search of wisdom, even beyond death. His 8 legs might represent the bear carrying the dead, or simply the supernatural speed required to cross between realms. And symbolically, He might be looked at as the power to connect things that might seem unrelated at first glance. Sleipnir reminds us that even distant worlds, ideas, or people can find common ground when seen from a broader perspective.
That's powerful imagery, and it fits Odin, the eternal wanderer, always seeking knowledge.
Exactly. And Sleipnir's image appears on ancient Scandinavian stones, like those on Gotland, showing a rider on what seems to be an 8-legged horse. These are thought to depict Odin's ride to the afterlife.
I've also heard of an Icelandic legend, Asbergi Canyon, right? They say it was formed by Sleipnir's hoofprint.
Yes, it's a vast, horseshoe-shaped canyon, said to have formed when Sleipnir stepped on the earth as Odin flew over Iceland. One mighty stride left that mark for eternity.
It's fascinating how people once explained the mysteries of what they saw and experienced in the world around them.
The kind of myth I love, where the divine leaves its trace in the landscape. And that's what makes Sleipnir unforgettable. Born from chaos, yet serving the god of wisdom, a creature of thresholds, crossing every boundary. He's not just a horse, he is motion itself, the echo of travel between life and death, earth and sky.
Well said, Milena. The next time I see a galloping horse, I'll be counting legs, just in case.
You never know, Dave. Sometimes myths still leave footprints, even if they have 8 of them.
You know, what's fascinating is how the rainbow itself, the very bridge Sleipnir could cross, appears in so many world traditions as a link between realms. For example, in Greek mythology, the goddess Iris was the rainbow itself, a messenger between gods and mortals. Her path shimmered across the sky, carrying divine messages.
And in Hindu mythology, it's Indra Dhanush, Indra's bow, a divine weapon and a blessing at once, symbolizing strength, protection, and renewal after storms.
Even the Norse Bifröst feels familiar now, the burning bridge between Asgard and Midgard, watched over by Heimdall. It's both magnificent and fragile, destined to shatter at Ragnarok.
And across the world in China, the goddess Nüwa repairs the broken heavens with 5 colored stones, creating the first rainbow as a sign of restoration and harmony.
The Mesopotamians saw it differently. Ishtar's jeweled necklace in the sky after the flood, and later in the book of Genesis, it became the covenant bow, a divine promise of peace after destruction.
In Australia, it's alive. The rainbow serpent, a creator and fertility spirit shaping the land and controlling the rains. The rainbow there represents life itself.
And in the Polynesian and Hawaiian traditions, it becomes a pathway of spirits, a bridge for chiefs and ancestors to travel between heaven and earth.
In the Andes, the rainbow, Quiche, was sacred to the sun god Inti. It symbolized royal power, divine protection, and fertility, though sometimes it was seen as a force to be both honored and feared.
Among the Navajo Indians, the rainbow surrounds and protects figures in sacred sand paintings, a path of the holy people and a shield against harm.
In Celtic and Irish tales, it marks the way to the other world, the threshold between the visible and invisible realms, where treasure and wisdom await.
And even in Japanese mythology, there's a bridge, Ame no Ukihashi, the floating bridge of heaven, where the gods Izanagi and Izanami stirred the sea to create the islands of Japan. Artists often paint it as a rainbow, creation itself arcing between sky and earth.
When you think about it, every one of these myths tells the same truth in a different language. The rainbow is always a bridge between heaven and earth, humans and gods, death and rebirth, chaos and order, diversity and unity.
It's as if all cultures looked up and saw not just colors, but a beautiful meaning behind them.
And that fascination lives in all of us. I don't know a single person who doesn't stop what they're doing when a rainbow appears after the rain. For a moment we all pause to look, to wonder, to feel that quiet connection between the worlds.
Maybe that's why the rainbow continues to inspire us, a reminder that beauty often appears when light meets storm.
And just like in the jewelry we create, where each color and material tells its own story, together they form something unified and whole, a little piece of that rainbow connection we all carry within. Speaking of Sleipnir and the beauty of connection, dear listeners, if you'd like a reminder of that spirit in your everyday life, visit our Mythic Facets gift store on Etsy.
This story was brought to you by us, Milena and Dave, the creators behind Mythic Facets, where we weave ancient myths and legends into every item we design. With a touch of AI magic, we've transformed our appearances to reflect the spirit of Scandinavian mythology and folklore, helping you step deeper into that world with us.
You'll find our rainbow phone strap inspired by Sleipnir and the rainbow bridge Bifröst, a symbol of unity and the endless opportunities that open when we all connect.
Within our Mythic Facets rainbow collection, we also offer a rainbow choker necklace, a rainbow lanyard for teachers, and a bag charm, each crafted to bring harmony, creativity, and a touch of mythic color into your day.
Explore the full collection at etsy.com/shop/mythicfacets or contact us at mythicfacets@gmail.com with questions. And if you would like something special, just let us know, and we will be happy to discuss a custom order just for you.
Let a touch of myth and color brighten your world, and remind you that every connection, like every color, has its place in the rainbow.